they seem to, have a nice touch, and whenever they leave something, it's in better condition than they found it. So I don't think that's a big consideration to me. Is it a big consideration to anybody else?
Whatever is decided about that will be placed into the lease.
Right, so we're trying to decide what we want to put in the lease. Do we want them to bring it back to the condition they found it? That's the point.
That's it.
At our option. Is that satisfactory to you at our option?
May I ask a question?
Someone with a phone, you mind turning that off? Thank you.
If Clive and I, say Clive and I retire,
Right,
perhaps someone else wants to take over.
right.
No assignment. No assignment.
Okay, let her finish what she's saying. Go ahead.
Yes, someone else may want to
Yeah, it has to be with the approval of the board, okay? The approval of the board. We don't mind, I don't mind assignment as long as we have the right to deny it. Do you have a problem with that, Francis?
change ownership.
No,
Right.
we're not.
Okay, all right, so we don't mind you assigning it as long as we have full approval for that assignment,
Yes.
okay? Any other subjects or about this or topics? Don't be bashful now. You guys have anything? Because this is what's going to form the basis of the lease. All right, and there are boilerplate stuff in the lease that we don't need to go over, but this is the particular stuff.
And who's going to prepare the lease?
But that, as Francis brought up, we're talking about lawyers. Do you have your own lawyer? Do you have your own lawyer to do this? Yes.
No.
Okay. Well, the question is, lawyers charge, okay? Are we happy? I'm just throwing out suggestions, I'm not making recommendations. Are we happy with our attorney representing both sides and splitting the fee? Is that something that's fair? Or do we have to insist on them paying for it completely? What's your feeling, Gloria?
I think that, why do you keep saying?
Don't say anything, I'll start at the other side, I apologize. Linda, what do you think? Oh, pardon me, let me start with Paul. Paul, what do you think?
Undecided on that.
Undecided. Think about it. Does anybody have a thought on it?
I really feel that they should have their own attorney. And submit it to the House.
Okay, how does that sound?
Yeah.
Okay, so well now, what is the story? So there's no doubt about it, their attorney, they're gonna pay. Okay, now what about our attorney? Do we pay our attorney or do we bill that to them?
I think we pay.
We pay. Okay, that's it. So we're all set. You get the attorney, we'll give you all the information that we've agreed on. You get the attorney, put it together, and we will review it and come to a settlement agreement. Okay? All right, I think we're done with that subject? We're not. Oh, okay. Would anybody like the nation? I'm not good at that. Oh, pardon me, 1 second. Steve, I'm sorry. What is it?
I just want to point out that we have an unused area within the clubhouse, AKA the Arts and Crafts Room, which could be easily converted to a vending room.
Okay, thank you. We appreciate that, and we have talked about that, but that's not the subject on the table right now. But thank you for bringing that to our attention. Okay, a motion?
Okay.
Gloria?
I'll make a motion that.
Where's your microphone? Get it away from Sergio. He's hogging the mic. Go ahead.
Okay, I make a motion that we approve the Bates' getting the
Well, preparing the lease for we give the approval for the Bateses to put the lease together based on the terms that we have discussed. Okay? That's what it is. Okay? You got that?
No, I don't.
Okay, we approve the Bateses, we give approval to the Bateses to put together a lease through their attorney based on the details that we discussed.
That's a very good motion.
Okay? All right, take your time. It's a tough job. I couldn't do it.
Mr. Chairman, you're not talking about the rents you gave?
You know what? We do. Thank you very much. It's the second item. But we had mentioned it. We were talking about $300 a month. plus utilities after the first year. It's right on the paper here, and I just didn't read the end of the line. That was agreeable. Okay, thank you for calling that to our attention. It is down here, but we just got to the first part of the sentence. Okay, so a second, there's a second, okay? Is any opposed? None opposed. Done.
Do we have to say, by the way, that we accept the proposal? Excuse me. Do we have to say first that we accept their proposal, or is it just saying go ahead and make this?
No, we're asking them to put the lease together,
No, I
and then
know.
we're...
No, we should have to say that
We should approve
we approve the proposal.
the proposal
And-
on the basis for tea and coffee,
Exactly.
Based on the lease.
subject to
Subject.
approval.
Okay.
Okay, I think we have to say that we approve.
Good point, good point, good point, good point. Are those two separate motions, or they can be rolled into one? Rolled into one. This is not the proper copy. I will, but this isn't the proper copy. Okay, but I'll give it to you, okay? I'll give it to you. All righty? Thank you. We thank you. Okay, we wish you good luck. We wish you good luck. Okay, it's wonderful. Yeah, I know. Okay. All right. It's fine. See, this is only possibilities. I'll give it to you from possibilities. Okay. Okay. Next, new business. We've got new business here. The annual meeting election officers. Okay. This is something that we have discussed, I believe, and we just need Phoebe and neighbor. Excuse me. Hello. Hi there. Hello. Would you mind? Okay. Would you mind?
He wants to say something.
We'd like to all go home, so we don't appreciate that. All right? Okay. Annual meeting election officers. That refers, I believe, to a vote to see who's going to oversee the annual meeting, who the election officer is going to be. And there were two choices that were put out by Howard. One are lawyers at $250 an hour, 2 lawyers during the term, or the ombudsman at $1,900 for the full session, no matter how long it takes. Okay, so we need the board's wisdom on that. Okay, I'm not starting with you, Gloria. Linda, your feeling, ombudsman or lawyers?
My feeling is the ombudsman, they'll be detached and they understand that they are, certified and qualified to,
Right. Okay. Ombudsman. Paul? Ombudsman. Francis?
Ombudsman. Same.
Gloria, your last name. Ombudsman? Okay, I'm ombudsman too. So I think the motion will be, we make a motion that the annual meeting is conducted and overseen by the ombudsman's office.
May I ask a question?
Yes, please do.
Okay, the ombudsman is going to oversee everything.
Right. And certify.
And certify it. Now, who is going to be the actual counting of the ballots?
We're coming to that.
That's the next subject, okay, on the agenda.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I gotta leave. I
Okay.
did discuss that subject with Howard today, and Howard felt that we might be better off with an attorney, because we need an attorney to review our documents and see that our documents are playing correctly with the election. Ombudsman doesn't know. We need somebody here who knows our documents, how to count, when not to count, who's going to pay the, who's up to date, who's not up to date, the certification things, and how it felt that maybe for the good of the association, an attorney would be better.
Well, you didn't express that to me.
Okay, Arthur, that's from left field. That's not the information I got from Howard, okay? So if we need to change our mind based on something that we don't know now, but I don't want to hear it secondhand. I want to hear it firsthand. Thank you very much, but I want to hear it firsthand. Okay? Yes, Ann.
Last year, Mr. Samuels was inside taking a...
All right, I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in that. What we're voting on is who's doing it. I'm not, but that's not the subject. We're right in the middle of a motion for the,
She's offering
Yeah.
a reason
I pardon
why.
me. Why what?
Not to have the, we have attorneys.
We have an attorney with that, and we allow it.
Yes.
So you're less involved.
We're voting for the ombudsman. I think that's good enough. We don't need to tear down Mr. Samuels. Okay? So that's it. We have the motion, and we have a second for that motion?
I'll second it.
Okay, Francis has seconded it. Any opposed? Okay, sold. Election volunteers. Okay, and I'm assuming you're one.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, all right. We are, what do we want to do here? Do we want to take volunteers at this point? Is that what we want?
No,
On the agenda?
I want to appoint
You've got to appoint somebody who is the head of the,
Who will gather the
committee, who will gather all the volunteers.
Yeah, Jabins.
Doris Chabin,
Volunteer?
she will come, but she will volunteer anyway.
Right. I spoke with her. So happens I spoke with her, and I tried to put her in touch with Howard.
She knows,
And then she'll get the whole crew together.
it's the same people,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. So is that agreeable to let Doris Jabins, you know her? You know her?
I was in charge of the election.
Good.
So I
Okay.
know how it runs.
Good. All right, well, we're,
So you get the crew together.
all right,
But you need teams,
right.
and I know the people who can do it.
Fine, so you'll help with it too. We'll put Doris and you together.
So I need a motion to appoint,
To appoint Doris Jabins
please
and
spell Doris's last name, J-A-V-I-N.
J-A-V-I-N-S, yeah, I believe that's it.
What do you call it?
And what do we call her,
Head of the volunteer.
No, I think Phoebe is saying that it was her husband, it was Doris's husband who ran it. I think Phoebe is saying that she is more, I think
Phoebe
is
did
saying
it.
that she's more qualified. That you, Phoebe is saying that she's more qualified than Doris.
Are you saying that?
No, no,
You'll help, you'll work
We'll
together.
work.
You know, you need more than one person, so it's great that people work together.
But what's Doris's designation?
Head up,
I don't know what her designation,
Head of
but Phoebe is saying that Phoebe is more
no,
qualified.
we're past that, we're saying Doris and Phoebe.
Co-chair.
Okay, they can be, thank you, they can be is chairman a good word for that?
Co-chairs of the...
Election volunteers, co-chairs of election volunteers committee. Okay, good, that works. See that, when we're working together, how things click? That's wonderful.
And this year, the counters will actually get to count.
That's enough of the raucous stuff out there. Okay, we're gonna have you thrown out.
A little humor in these things is highly desirable.
But do you have it?
So who is the author of the motion?
The author of the motion is, I think we have, who's authoring this motion? Was that you, Gloria?
I'll open the motion.
Okay, Gloria's authoring it, and who's seconding it? Linda? No, you can't second it. Okay, Paul seconded it. Okay, very good. All righty, any opposed? No. Okay, is there anything in the audience for good and welfare? Steve? Yes, sir.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I've been here now for 3 weeks. I'm still waiting for my barcode to be officially work so I can get into this place without a card. What's happening?
When did you fill out your form?
About 6 years ago.
You're a very patient man. You're very patient. We've gone through a different system now. I see you're from Canada by your accent, okay? And when did you get here?
About 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago. And have you been to the office to fill out a new application? Because we have
I
a new...
did fill out an application and I keep going back. She said it'll be done next week and then...
When did you fill out the application?
The day after I got here.
So it's 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Would you mind seeing me after the meeting?
Sure.
Okay, and I'll take your name and address, and I'll find out why that hasn't happened. I've never heard that problem before, okay? But I'll be glad to look into it, okay? Any other good and welfare? Now's your time to talk.
I just want to say something. I caught everybody and I just can't stand the front entrance of International Village is beautiful. But if you walk a little further down and past the tennis courts, we face the front entrance of the Surrey building. think that we in the Zurich building deserve a better treatment. And we should be happy to go into our building and enjoy it, just the way everybody's happy to enjoy Condominium International.
Okay, that's a good point. I live in Missouri too.
Money from this gas thing, something should be allocated to improve the
You're
Zurich.
absolutely correct. You're
I think
absolutely-
you are absolutely correct.
It's just terrible.
If you walk back to the French Quarter, it's bad. The grounds are terrible. We definitely need to get something done.
I think-
Because
Thank you, Francis.
I think
Right now, no, we have decided not to allocate, okay?
No, I know, but I'm just wondering, that really concerns me that we.
well,
Yeah.
that's part of operating. So
Oh, you think we can take it out of 300,000? That's a good point.
No, I'm talking about 250 for the repairs and so on.
well, I don't know what the numbers are. I don't know if it's
Well-
250 or 600 million. But the point is that
Is there,
we should have funds in operating, and we should allocate them to improving the rest of the village. She's absolutely correct.
Okay, well, we do have 300,000 that we did approve tonight to allocate to the shortfall of the previous budgets, right? But I don't know if that means we have outstanding bills, or if that have to be paid with that, or if that means we're gonna have some free available cash. I don't know that.
Jerry, we ran a deficit for 2 years running.
I understand, but we're still functioning.
The 300,000, I don't think, I
I'm-
don't know that the landscaping comes out of, that's a.
Yeah, there's landscaping, a big number in landscaping in the operating budget. There's a big number. So you're right, we don't know, but to me, I'm sure this operating shortfall was for 2 years. You mean to say the people haven't been paid for 2 years? I don't think so. I think they've probably been paid, and if we're gonna allocate $300,000, there should be some free money there, available money.
We've been paying bills this year like never before.
Slowly, is that what you mean? Slowly?
Terribly so.
All right, well, now we got $300,000 to do it, but I can't believe we're $300,000 short. But I don't know. But we've already determined that we're only allocating $300,000 of the $940,000. So there's no discussion on that.
I'm really
We already
terribly
lost
sorry
that.
that the allocation for the 600.
All right, that was done, it's done, and it's finished, and we had a vote on it, so there's no sense in being sorry. Okay? Yes, sir.
It's more than landscaping, it's paper cups, plastic bottles, papers all
We're
over
talking about trash pickup.
the trash. And so it
Yeah.
goes beyond landscaping.
Yeah,
Quite a bit.
yeah. It is, it's not good. It's not good. I've even been told recently about some panhandling that's been going on here, which is really sad. That's really sad. So we need some attention. We've been wasting a lot of time, and we need to spend our time better in addressing the real problems that we have here. So this has been a good meeting. I appreciate
I got one
it.
more point, Susan.
Go ahead.
At the office, I tried to pick up election package, none to be had.
When were you there?
Today. Abby said, no,
No,
don't.
the problem was we had a death, okay?
Yes.
Howard's brother-in-law died. The election packages, which I saw, because I got one this morning, are locked in his office.
Oh,
And that was the
Abby
problem.
doesn't know that.
I got one in the mail.
I know.
Mine came in the mail
Right,
today.
mine came in the mail too today, so yours may be in your mail.
Well, it's probably up to one.
Ah, okay, well you can,
And the other one, the other item I have is the gym seems to keep deteriorating.
what is deteriorating?
The gym.
The gym.
Gym.
Okay,
We got 3 pieces of equipment that don't operate. I went to the office today, said, sorry, no money won't be fixed till next year.
next year is only a couple weeks away.
Well, but that next year says they won't even place an order until
All right.
next year.
Did you,
But I think it's poor maintenance.
yeah,
There's just no maintenance, it's the same equipment that keeps falling apart,
yeah,
and simple oiling of chains would take care of it, in my opinion.
yeah,
You're probably right.
yeah.
You know, so it just goes downhill, and when you bring in new people, and you want to show them the gym, they tend to try it out. That leaves a very bad impression.
Yeah, along with that, it was called to my attention today that something that we had noticed, because we go to the pool every day, we had noticed a little while ago, and it's absolutely correct. Just on the other side of this wall, above the awning, there is a large 2-foot wide brown stripe, you know, more like the stripe that's right on that wall between the curtains, and it's all peeling. It's all peeling. And the gentleman who's down from Canada, who's expecting his children down here, was embarrassed, and rightfully so. And there's no reason, in fact, he, get this, because he's in that business, he volunteered to get him and his kids to fix it. If we give him the proper equipment and everything for free, and he's a lawyer, besides, he'll sign a waiver so that we have no responsibility for him in case something happens. That was really nice, and that's what we need. We need more volunteerism.
The pool chairs used to be washed daily.
Right.
They are a disgrace. They're
Well,
filthy, dirty, all
yeah,
the time.
at some point. You're right.
It's on the maintenance plan
Right.
we gave several months ago. If you
Yeah.
voted to initiate that plan, and it has not even started.
Yeah, all right,
There
that's,
must be some money, it can't cost very much to
Yeah.
fix that equipment.
yeah, we get money coming in every month, of course. All right, it's
Can we
good
assign
points.
somebody to look at it?
I will, okay? I will. Yes, sir.
Jerry,
Uh-oh.
no, it's me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Tell me, any idea when you're gonna fix that indoor whirlpool? I heard it's $6,000, which sounds exorbitant to me, but
Yeah.
is there any idea when it's gonna be done?
My understanding from the property manager is that bids have been let out. He's required to get 3 bids on it, but he is working on it. He said he's working on that, as well as the missing heater for the indoor pool. And he's ballparking the 2 items for around 10 grand. We have the money now. We're not allocating the money, but we have the money at least. So I guess it's a twofold thing. We have to get the bids and decide on something, then we have to be able to find the money, which we have, but we have to allocate the money to that. Okay?
The winter season is coming up, and that's gonna come in handy next month.
Absolutely, I agree. I'd be very upset if the outdoor whirlpool wasn't working. Okay, so I can understand, you know, anyone using the indoor whirlpool or the pool can be upset. Yes, sir.
I have a personal thing. I've got diverse opinions about this. The other day, it relates to the Small Business Association assessment. The other day I came in, I said I want to speak to the manager, who of course was busy and in conference. May I help you, sir? I said, well, I don't know. I said, I want to pay and get rid of this stupid assessment. So let
You
me.
can't do it.
Let's hear the rest of his.
Well,
Go ahead.
That's the story.
We
There's
cannot
no
pay.
prepayment, no prepayment on the SBA loan.
I can't prepay.
None of us can.
We all wanted to.
None of us can. We all want to.
Can't
None of
do
us
it.
can.
But I was also told by the young lady at the desk, and this is questionable, that this thing is close to being resolved.
Being paid off.
What does resolve mean in that sentence?
It meant that there are monies afloat that somehow are going to take care of the Small Business Association assessment. Is that a poppycock?
Not to my knowledge. What happened with that, it was $1 million SBA loan, and we collected at 4%, but we collected insurance proceeds that paid off half of it,
Half of it.
$500,000. Now we're down to about $350,000. There's no, that I know of, there's no pending insurance claim that's going to pay that off. I'm hearing, I didn't
I can
know.
add one thing to
Sure,
that.
Linda, go ahead.
That while we were in the process of converting our line of credit to a loan, I think it was city, what is it?
Well,
Citibank.
that's a dead issue. Citibank.
Well, no, but they said that they would like us to utilize the Pegasus money to pay off the SBA.
You don't
Do you
have
remember
to.
that?
You don't have to.
No, we don't.
And what
I'm
was
just
the answer?
saying
What was the
that's-
answer?
That was my understanding.
Yes.
A year ago.
But, oh, well.
No.
No.
If I can say something on that.
but
Go ahead, Paul, say it.
If I can say
Go,
something.
go. Take the microphone, would you please?
If
Would you give him the microphone, please?
if you receive insurance proceeds,
It has to go to the
it
SBA.
has to go to the SBA loan.
Right.
If we receive additional insurance proceeds from citizens, that'll have to go to pay off
Exactly.
that SBA loan.
And that's
Will
what.
have to, or
It
that
has
It
has
has
to?
to.
Okay, so right now, we don't have any funds that we can use, and what I'm hearing is that we're not able to do it individually. Maybe they don't want to handle individual instances.
Mr. Pikus just said that if we receive insurance proceeds,
Right.
it has to go to SBA.
Yes.
Right.
Well, what about the Pegasus
That's
thing?
not-
Isn't that not insurance?
That was a suit.
That's not
That's
our
a lawsuit,
insurance.
that's not insurance.
No, Mark.
That's
That was
not,
a
that's
lawsuit.
not, that's not from an
Fine.
insurance claim.
Then I suggest
That's negligence.
that one of you people speak to the young lady, Maria, who sits out front,
Right.
and straighten the young lady out about what she's telling people.
And she, again, I'm sorry,
She
she's telling people that,
She said to me that that item is soon to be resolved, and we aren't taking any payments. We cannot pay that off, but it is soon to be resolved. So I think you just better clarify what she's saying out there. Help her understand what the situation is. I didn't push it any further. I was too sweaty and had to get the hell out.
They really shouldn't even give it.
They shouldn't be giving advice like that out because
Abs-
it's not their,
That's one of the reasons I'm bringing this up tonight.
very
thank
good,
you, Mr. Richard.
very good.
Well, I will call it to her attention, okay? I will take that as my responsibility, okay? She said not taking payments on the SBA, but it's soon to be resolved.
We think she said something to the effect that we think it's to be resolved soon.
She didn't say who the "we" was.
She didn't say anything, but
Right.
that's what
Okay.
she said that to me.
Fine, okay. I will tell her that. Okay, this is wonderful. It's,
Let me finish on that note. Do
Yes.
we go on and on paying this ridiculous sum? I want to get rid of this.
It's ridiculous because it's so small, is that what
Yeah.
you mean? So it's a pain in the neck.
It's a pain in the, it's another part of the anatomy that I was referring
Oh,
to.
but why don't you put it on auto pay or something like that? Then you don't have to, why don't you put it on auto pay through your bank?
It is on
account?
auto
So
pay.
how is it a bother to you?
It's just a bother.
It's an extra line item,
Okay,
right?
I pay it, it's
And
not
I'm
bothering
paying,
me.
what am I
don't even
paying,
think about it.
4% interest on this thing?
4%, you should be happy
And
to
I'm
pay
getting,
that.
I'm getting 0.2% from my bank?
Oh, boo-hoo. Yeah,
Leverage.
yeah,
4%.
Yeah.
Jump on it.
Yeah.
Hang on to our
Yeah.
money and.
Listen,
make it
Mr.
stretch.
Samuels wants to-
Make it stretch as
Yeah.
far as we can.
Thank you,
Because
Joseph.
money don't come that fast.
You stretch it, I'll take my 4%, man.
yeah, he's a bond man, he's a bond man, 4% is good to him. You're different, you're not a bond man, okay? And I respect bond men, it's no problem. Okay, this is wonderful, it's been a happy occasion here.
For the most part.
It's wonderful, I don't remember a board meeting like this. This is just wonderful.
Well, you keep having the camera.
The camera is for life, even if I'm not on the
Will
board.
you adjourn the meeting so I can cut that off?
You're always in a rush. Okay, thank you for coming, folks. The meeting is adjourned at 9:45.
Okay.
I told him that was the best time because I